Independence Day. So our Independence Day is very much coming up nearby. So this topic is dependent on our Independence Day. So we will consider our Independence Day and we will complete this topic. Okay. So first, before starting, what you need to do, you need to apply a masking tape on all the four sides of your book. Currently, I am not applying the masking tape, but you all need to apply the masking tape, how it has to be done. Okay, so masking tape application, I have already taught you also. You will apply the masking tape application and then you will begin later on. First, I will start with the drawing section. So this topic comes under design. Okay, so now design, in a sense, what designs are of various type of patterns: structural design, compositional design, functional design, object rendering design, floral design. So today our topic is based on floral design. So we will first begin with the layout and the structure of the floral design. So first I am making the circle structure. These are scales wherein I am putting a circular scale proportions. Okay, circle structures. Then I will put the body. And I will put the wings. So first I will make the backside wings. Afterwards I will keep certain space. Attach the front wings and the below wings. Okay, later on I will make the patterns on the butterfly. These patterns has to be made in a continuous format. That is very, very important. These patterns need to be made in a continuous format, otherwise it will not look good. Then like this. Then you need a curve and like this. Okay, so these are the floral patterns, flower patterns of which I have made on the butterflies. Then I will make the wings of the butterflies, the antennas, not the wings, the antennas of the butterflies. Then I will start with the lotus. Now see the lotus, how to make the lotus. First, all the lotus will bend down due to law of gravity. Okay, we all know what's law of gravity. Whatever goes up usually comes down due to the force, due to the atmospheric force. So that's why due to law of gravity, we will bend the flowers down. Whenever you have seen any flowers or anything or any leaves, all are bending down. Okay. No one is kept so much erected. That's why I will bend it down. These are lotuses. And I will fit the lotus within the structures what I have made. like this. See, all are bending down. All are bending down. Now, some lotuses are bigger, some lotuses are smaller. So you can change the balance of the lotus. Some can be bigger, some can be smaller. It depends upon those things. Now we will follow the law of gravity and we will put the lines down like this, like this, like this, and like this. Okay. Then we will add leaves. Now certain leaves will be bigger, certain leaves will be smaller. Wherever you have a space, those places leaves will be quite bigger. Wherever you do not have space, the leaves will be quite smaller. So first I have made the veins of the leaves. And then I have made the structures of the leaf. Okay. Afterwards, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my black color sketch pen and I'm going to sketch out the things. Okay, sketch out which things, the pencil lines, what I have done. Those things I will sketch out with my black color sketch pen. So here is my black color sketch pens.
Sir, we will do today oil pastel or pastel
Oil
color?
pastels. Today we are going to do it in an oil pastel. If you observe, I am not sketching out the circle scale which was drawn for the proportion. Those are kept as it is. and I will erase the pencil lines very neatly, very properly. See, I have not sketched out the circle structures. Circle structures were kept as it is. I will erase the things very properly. Afterwards, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the coloring part. Now, tricolor we all have in our national flag, isn't it? Which is saffron, white, and green. These are the three tricolors which we have in our Indian national flag. And with that, we have a color of Ashok Chakra, which is very much blue in color. Okay. So I am going to use ultramarine for the Ashok Chakra color. So first I will compose the background very blur, background very light. My background will be light and my subordinate, my dominating things will be very dark. So the floral patterns and the butterflies are made out of floral patterns, and the butterflies are usually made out of your like they are very much in front of our eye level. So that's why we will make them quite darker compared to the background. And for the background, I'm going to use radical structures. Radiant, you all know radiant. How does a radiant flow? Radiant usually, to best example for to understand a radiant is sun. A sun strokes are usually in a radiant. Okay, a optical illusion, which is like hypnotizing or something like that. Those are into a radiant. So we will follow radiant and we will make the composition of the design for the background. So always in design, first you need to cover the background and then you need to cover the in front things. So first I will start with the background taking ultramarine blue, and I will place my hand motion in very, very medium. My hand motion will be very, very medium. I will do not press it hard, or neither I will press it very dark. Very medium hand motions. As much as possible, I will try to safeguard the lotuses. Medium hand motion. And as we make a dosa in a pan, you will imagine, you will visualize that you are making a dosa on a pan. So that way your things, your hand should move circle, 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 circle. Okay, it has to be in a circular manner. The motion of the color has to be in a circular manner. Like this. Turn my book according to my comfort. Like this. Like this. Very lightly I'm doing this parts. As I'm entering inside, I'm doing it very light. So it's medium to light hand modulation. So the hand modulation is from medium to light. The borders and the edges part will be in a medium hand. Middle hand modulation. And the rest of the sections will be light hand modulation like this. See how I'm showing it in a radiant? How the things are coming in a radiant like this. Okay. Afterwards, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take white color, because white is one of our national color. So white I will take and I will start the white in a radiant format. I already said radiant in a sense the sun, the strokes of the sun, the strokes of the optical illusions. And I will try to blend it towards the sections of this parts and this parts. Okay, little bit you need to apply that white in that blue homes. Little bit you need to take the white and you need to apply it on the, now white is already a light color, so that's why I'm pressing the white little bit. We need to do the white color in dark hand modulation, because white is already a light color. If we do it more light, it won't be visible with our in our eye level. So that's why we are doing it more lightly. We are doing it more properly. Like this, like a radiant. It should come inside. Okay, outside to inside. Inside to outside. Okay, then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a tissue paper and I will first fold the tissue paper as a handkerchief. How we fold a handkerchief in the same way. We will fold the tissue paper. This is my tissue paper. I will fold it. One fold, two fold, three, and four. Okay, like a handkerchief, I have folded. And from light, you will start blending it. If at all the colors are getting inserted in the lotus or either in the leaves, it's totally fine. We can cover it later. Okay. And you will move the color in circular motion, like you're preparing a dosa in a pan. Like this, like this, like this. Okay. Circular motion. You will imagine that you're preparing some dish, some dosa in a pan. And that way you need to imagine and you need to do it. It has to be in a circular motion. The gesture should be proper. Now, gesture is what? The gesture is the path where the color, where the motion work, where our hand work. So gesture and the hand motion has to be proper. See how I'm doing the gesture? Very properly, very promptly, very prominently I'm doing it. You need to remove the color particles. And slowly and gradually you need to do it. It should glow from inside. Make sure that it's glowing. So the white section at the center is very, very important. Use a fresh side. Blend this white part. Okay. Afterwards, the background will get faded. So little bit depth you need to show using the ultramarine color in light hand, just on the borders. Border, circular motion, like a frame. Very light hand, like a circular motion. Ultramarine blue only I have taken. Not taken any other things. Ultramarine blue only. Very light. So now the things are looking a little glowing. Things are a little glowing now. This is the way how I need to do the work. Now my background is done. Now I will move with the dominating parts. Which things are dominating? Okay. So for that, what am I supposed to do? I am going to do now touch to the orange color because green is little darker compared to orange. So that's why first I will touch the orange color. So for the orange color, I am using scarlet. Shades which I'm using is scarlet. Now, if you do not have a scarlet, what you can do is you can take up red, vermilion hue, after scarlet, then vermilion hue, then orange, okay, and then fluorescent yellow. So these are the four shades which I'm taking: scarlet, vermilion hue, orange, and fluorescent yellow. First, I will apply one section scarlet. Properly scarlet I will apply. Proper scarlet application. After that, vermilion hue, blending scarlet and vermilion hue. Then orange, blending orange and vermilion hue. And then fluorescent yellow. Now, fluorescent yellow is a hidden shade. I need to hide it. So I will hide it using orange. This fluorescent yellow is just given to glow. If I put the fluorescent yellow, it will glow. For glowiness, I'm putting fluorescent yellow, blending it, and then again mixing it back with orange. Overlapping it with orange. Cover it with orange because we have only three colors. We do not have yellow in our national flag. So that's why hidden shades will play an important role over here. How you need to hide the things. You need to show that things are glowing. but how you need to hide it, how you need to make up the things. Then I'm using Persian blue and I will cover the rest of the wings. See, Persian blue has to be used afterwards because Persian blue is a dark color. You use first Persian blue and then if you go for that, it won't work. There should be no white gaps, nil white gaps it should be. Then over here, body. So one by one sections you need to cover up first. Slowly you need to cover one by one section. One section, then afterwards another sections. Slowly and gradually. Not jungle up with your things. Okay, this and this place I have kept it white. I will do orange and orange. Just applied orange, nothing else. Now the whatever shades I have used on the butterfly, the same shades I will use for the lotus, scarlet. Each and every petal you need to do. Scarlet. After scarlet, vermilion hue. First, I will cover all the light colors. Then orange. orange, orange. Then fluorescent, 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 fluorescent. Overlap it or with orange color to hide the fluorescent. Then leaves. Now leaves, I will first use Persian green. If you do not have Persian green, you can go for leaf green or light green.
Sir, in the leaves, can you use dark green?
Yes, dark or deep you can use if you do not have Persian green. Afterwards, light green, blend the leaves, light green. A little corner, you need to leave it. You all will do it slowly. Do not do it in a hurry. And then fluorescent yellow to glow. Then fluorescent yellow. Okay. So this is how you need to do your work. So first you will complete this much and then let dust it very properly. All might have a whitener at home or a correction pen. If at all you do not have a whitener or a correction pen, you already have paint, white color paint. So if you have a white acrylic paint, use white acrylic paint. If at all you do not have a white acrylic paint, what you can do is you already have a poster paint. You just need to take up the poster colors and do not add water into that. Just take up that, and then what you can do is you can just do not put any water on that. Just take the raw color so that the color is quite thicker and apply the thick color itself. Okay, on that. So that time the things will become proper, the things will become quite better. Okay, now I will take up the brush. Now, if at all you're doing it with the brush, which number brush you will do? Which number brush you will take? You will take 1 minute. My PC is going off. 1 minute. One minute. My PC is getting turned off again and again. Just let me check. Then I will take this white and I'm taking 1 number brush. White only you need to take because white is one of the national color. And dip the behind. Now I'm using the behind part of the brush. If you observe, I'm using the behind sections of the brush. And I'm putting dots. Now over here, the space management is very, very important too. Proper space management has to be done. One leaf we forgot to do. We will do it later. And as the dots are coming inside, it will become smaller. Okay. And then I will add highlights. So I'm using raw color. In this, you need to use raw color, no adding water or something. Make these things highlights. These are highlights which I'm adding. Very properly we'll do this. Very slowly and gradually you have to complete these sections. Okay? Don't do it in a hurry. Take your time and do it. Don't do it in a hurry. I will close the paint. And keep it very tight, proper, so that it does not get dry. And quickly you need to wash the brush. Okay, so over here we are done with the picture. Now these things are getting hidden. The sketch pen lines are getting hidden due to the color overlap. Color got overlapped. So I will take a sharp object. Usually I do it with the nails itself because I have big nails. You will take any sharp object and scrap out the lines. Okay, only this antenna line if you scrap out and this line if you scrap out, that is fine. A little bit of green over here, deep green I'm adding for the lotus stem. So do not forget each and every section. Each and every section is very, very prominent, very, very important. So over here I am done. Let me click a picture and display it over the screen. So I have displayed the picture over the screen. You can see it as well as I will share the steps like the drawing step on the group. And the notes regarding the drawing also. Read out the notes once. Okay. So people, I will just discuss very quickly about the principles of design, the chapter principles of design. That's the theory part. I hope you all are listening to me so that if you all are active, then I will start with the theory part of principles of design. So here my PDF is getting shared and see. Now this is the principles of design. Now I have used my own imaginations and I have composed this particular picture. Okay. So what all things I took in my consider, what all things I have considered when I have designed this picture. Those points are these principles. Okay, these principles, looking after these principles, I have designed this particular thing. Looking after these points, I have designed those particular things, because whatever today I have taught you all is my own creation, but tomorrow I will ask you all to create by your own wish, by your own imaginations. So what all points you all will keep under consideration? What's the process? So the process of imagining and process of doing it by your wish is what? There are 9 principles in design. So the first principle is pattern. Now there are various types of pattern: block patterns, structural patterns, architectural patterns, floral patterns. So today we have used patterns, which are floral patterns. So first you will set the patterns. After setting the patterns, you will set the contrast, like light background with the dark dominating things are your contrast. Light with dark are your contrast. Emphasize, in a sense, the focal point where you are going to focus your work. So emphasize will show your focus point, where you need to focus, where you need to understand. So our butterfly was the focus point. Balance, in a sense, I have maintained a proper balance in making the dots, then proper balance in making the flowers of the leaves and the butterflies and all. Proper balance. Balance are of two types, which is asymmetric balance and symmetric balance. Symmetric balance is equal in proportion. Asymmetric balance is uneven in proportion. Now the scale. Scale is, first we have made the structure. I have said circle scale I am using for the lotus structures. So scale can be circle, scale can be square, scale can be anything, but it has to be in a geometric form. So scale is the proportion. Harmony is what? Harmony is the continuation. Like how the thing should reach to the continuous point, to the continuity point, to the end point. So harmony is the continuation in the picture. Rhythm, in a sense, there is a layer. One by one layers you need to apply. Proper rhythm you need to maintain. Proper consistency you need to maintain in your picture. So it should not look like it's starting and it's not ending at a point. There should be a vanishing point in the picture. Vanishing point is the point where the things gets vanished. Then unity. Unity is all the points should be considered, and it's a combination of all the points, all the above: rhythm, harmony, scale, balance, emphasize, contrast, pattern. Combinations of all these points comes under unity. Things has to be united, things has to be together placed and arranged the compositions very neatly and properly. Variety is all about, there are different types of variety. Variety, in a sense, always in design we keep either minimum 3 elements or maximum 5 elements, because we cannot find so much space in our work. If we make more elements, it will become clumsy. So today I was having 3 elements: lotus, flower, and the butterfly. So usually whenever you want to design, whenever you want to compose a design, you will keep either 3 minimum elements or either 5 maximum element. Okay, so you need to show variety in size, variety in shapes, variety in pictures, variety in different forms. Now those were the principles of design. Now what are the basic design basis. What are these are the prime, these what we have covered are the prime design principles. What are the basic structures? Basic structures is alignment. Alignment we can see in the Word file, alignment we can see in the Excel file. So alignment will study all about your structures, all about how the things are being placed, how the things are being structured. Proximity is how many times the things are getting copied, how many times things are getting multiplied is the proximity. Like leaves are getting multiplied, lotuses are getting multiplied. Okay. Repetition, in a sense, how many things are getting repeated, how many times I'm repeating the things. The principle in principles of art, repetition is the heart of the things. Now, proximity, in proximity, things gets multiplied. In repetition, things can repeat either one or either twice or either more than twice. Okay. So in repetition, hard the in repetition, you need to, in design, you need to repeat the things, you need to repeat the motives, you need to repeat the structures. So contrast was all about that. Now we will study about no, repetition was all about that. Now the contrast. Now the contrast is what? Contrast I have already discussed earlier. Light with dark, either dark with light or either light with light. Balance, asymmetric and symmetric balance are there. I have already discussed. Space are of two types, positive space and negative space. Positive space can be either positive space wherein white sections are visible, negative space wherein black sections are visible. So positive space, positive is white color stands for positive and black color stands for negative. The space division is very, very important. That's why I have said while applying white acrylic paint that you need to consider the space division. Now, there are four dominating principles. One is hierarchy, one is proximity, one is contrast, and one is balance. Now, hierarchy, difference between a hierarchy and an alignment is alignment can work horizontal or either vertical, but a hierarchy should work only vertical. It should come either from top to down or from top down to top. Okay. Alignment can be from left to right or either right to left. It can be from top to down or down to top. This is the basic difference between a hierarchy and a alignment. Our hierarchy was top to bottom. Our alignment was left alignment because we have placed the lotuses in the left side. Proximity were lotus and leaves, which I have repeated. Contrast is the background and the dominating part. I have kept a contrast. Balance is wherein I have created a asymmetric balance in the entire composition. So this were the thought process for our today's work. Quickly, we will revise the principles of design with the examples, emphasize balance, unity, contrast, rhythm, proportion, and variety. Now we have done with the principles of design chapter. Now we will start with a new chapter, which is principles of forms. Principles of forms are 34 principles of forms. Principles of forms are point. A point is where we are talking about the golden point. Always there is a rule that the golden point should not be kept at the center of the picture. Golden point should be either on the four sides of your picture. Okay. Second point in golden point is the golden point should be only one place. Our golden point was butterfly. Second point is whatever color you give for the golden point, same color you need to use for the opposite side. That's why we have used orange in the place. Third rule is the golden point. In golden point, you should put either dark colors or either you should put light, extreme light colors or extreme dark colors. Okay. So these are the 4 points, 4 rules of golden point. So that was all about the point. Line. Lines are rhythmic lines, balance, proportions. Okay. Plane are the circles which I have made. Radical, I have said you all radical example. The sun was the radical example. Geometric, in a sense, I have used geometric patterns to give the structures. Organic, in a sense, I have used certain leaves, certain flowers, those are organic. Volume, in a sense, size, like the big, small volume. Repetition, in a sense, how many times the things are getting repeated. Rhythm, in a sense, how many times things are getting in a continuous format. Leaves are also in a continuous format. Lotuses also were into a continuous format. Static in the sense how many times the things are getting multiplied, how many leaves, how many lotuses. It talks about that. Dynamic in a sense change in certain things. Okay. Symmetric, I have already said it, those are equal in proportion. Asymmetric are unequal in proportion, uneven in proportion. Grouping in a sense we group certain things. So we have grouped the floral patterns and we have kept the now tension in a sense wherein you need to create a tension in a sense, an ambiguity situation, okay, a confusion situation to the viewers. So that's why I have used the confusion in the body, wherein I have used alternate colors like blue, one orange, and then the forward things. Then I have used space management, which I have already discussed with you all. Then the scale. Okay, now the space and the scale is all about like I have already discussed space and scale. Positive, negative space already discussed with you all. Transparent innocence, how I have used the background were transparent and the objects were very, very opaque. Opaque is thickness and transparent is the thinness. Layers in a sense, first I have applied the light layer, then the medium layer, and then the dark layers. Then the directions I have used circular directions. I have given example of a moving, making a dosa visualization. Textures are of various types. There are various qualities of textures. We have used soft textures today because all the elements are very much soft. Gestures where gestures in a sense how you move your hand, which motion you move your hand. Patterns are where the floral patterns which we have used. Figures and grounds are figures and grounds are the base structures where you are keeping the things and then you're designing it. Okay. Then then comes about your reversible. Reversible in a sense, sometime you need to reverse your book and you need to work according to the ideology. Okay, so this was all about the principles of forms. This was all about the principles of design. As much as time was possible, I have tried to explain each and everything very much in detail. After completing your work, submit it very much on time and uh, submit it on the Google, in the Google Classroom. And next week is Sunday, and next week is the Independence Day, which is 15th is Independence Day. So most probably I will discuss with the ma'am when we can adjust the Sunday's class, because it is a national holiday and your school will be shut on Sunday, which is 15th. So we will let you know when that 15th class will happen, and accordingly we will inform you. So bye bye all, take care, have